Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a series that I'm doing with Spikey Mikey, and this is going to be the second episode. In this series we're going to be focusing on 5 overrated cosmetics for each class in the game. We are going to be going in order of each class presented in game, and the first episode, which was made for the Scout, can be found on Spikey's channel. And this episode we're going to be focusing on the Soldier. Here I'm going to be focusing on 5 Soldier cosmetics that we both feel are a little bit overrated. Keep in mind these are just our opinions, so these may differentiate to what you feel about the cosmetics, and it's purely opinion based, so don't feel offended or anything like that if we disrespect a cosmetic that you are a fan of. So without further ado, let's get straight into my first choice. So coming in at number 5 we have the Whirly Warrior. I don't know what it is about the hat. Like, I respect the fact it's paintable and it does look quite cool with certain paints on it. I just really don't like it. I don't see it being able to fit into most common loadouts. And although it's like quite a unique hat, I mean it's not really comparable to most other soldier hats in the game, I just don't really think it deserves to be as expensive as it is in unusual form. I mean, let's take for example Scorching Flames. The Scorching Flames Whirly Warrior is like nearly 300 keys, and I really just don't think it should be that high. Like, I really just don't see the appeal in it. Regardless, like, it is quite a cool hat. I like the how original it is, but apart from that I just don't think it deserves its tier, I suppose, in unusual form. Now, let's head over to Spikey to hear his first hat that he feels is overrated for the Soldier.
To me, the Warpig is a very overrated soldier hat, because in my opinion it's not the best looking hat out there, and there's definitely better options. Like, I get there's some hype around it right now, and people will enjoy the look of any hat, but I'm not really sure about it and, you know, where this hype is coming from. And it's also really difficult to get a nice effect one in unusual, because they cost so much due to loads of people wanting the hat for whatever reason. While I think the fact that it has 2 stars is cool, I just feel like there's better options.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Spikey there. Although the Warpig is a really cool and respectable hat, I really like the bandana on it. It's just so ridiculously expensive, and if you try to get one in unusual form, it's just essentially impossible because they are so high tier. So coming in at number 3 and the midway spot on this list, we have the Killer's Kabuto. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the Killer's Kabuto. I do think it is a nice hat. I just think it's so high tier and it's worn so frequently that it's almost lost that value, and to me it's just like a really expensive hat. When you look into detail on it, it is metallic and it's quite rusted, and overall I just don't really think it deserves the recognition it receives. Now, I get the fact that it's like a samurai hat and it's kind of unique in that respect, but overall I just don't really think it deserves a hype. And although it is quite a nice hat, once again it is kind of hard to fit it into loadouts subtly, and it's just really like undeserving, I feel, of the tier that it has. It's one of the most high tier soldier hats in the game. Let's head over to Spikey to hear our second to last option on the list.
I think the Exquisite Rack is a very, very overrated soldier misc, mainly because it was mostly made popular by Muselk, and there isn't a problem with him doing so, but every soldier wants to have it, along with the point and shoot, or even like with other cosmetics, and it just doesn't work with them at all, and it can look really, really bad and out of place if you pair it with certain items. But people just wear it anyway without really caring that it looks bad because Muselk wears it, and that's kind of why everybody wants one. Like, I think it's cool that Muselk has managed to make a hat that popular, but like I just wish that people would wear it with stuff that it looked good with.
Once again, a very good choice there from Spikey. I think one of the other reasons it's so popular is due to the fact it's one of 2 unusual soldier miscs, so there's an extremely high demand for it, but I don't think it's like that deserving of its price. I mean, there's ones going for above 500 keys right now, and although it is nice, like it is a really nice misc, it doesn't really fit into a huge amount of loadouts well. Like, it doesn't properly fit in. For the final hat on the list, we have the Infernal Impaler. Now, this is an extremely unique hat to say the least, and I don't really understand why people wear it. I mean, I guess if Soundsmith was here we could make an edgy joke, but unfortunately he's not going to be in this video. But I mean, yeah, it's just such an ugly hat in my opinion. It doesn't really fit into any loadouts, like subtly, and it doesn't really combine well with a lot of soldier cosmetics at all. And I just really don't like it at all. I don't really like the colouring on it, and I really don't like the way the teeth of the skull that I suppose the Infernal Impaler is. I don't like the way the teeth just come down and cover the vast majority of the soldier's face. I mean, it is a cool hat, and it is very unique, but it's definitely overrated in my opinion. But that is just about it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. If you haven't checked out the first episode, then do go and check out Spikey Mikey if you aren't already subbed. He makes some great videos very similar to mine, and he is a great friend of mine, and I really do appreciate the fact that he is allowing me to do this series with him. So do go and check out his video down in the description below, and that is just about it, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Do leave any opinions down below, and peace.